Nice wee window up there. The last time I was here, I don't think the stable block was bricked up like that. But it looks all modern inside. Plasterboard walls. You see the light and all that shine through, so that must have been turned into offices or something at one time. See that building there now? The roof's falling down. That building will be perfect inside apart from the roof falling down. Take the roof off, put tin on it. See that nice chimney? That chimney's going to fall down. The whole wall's going to crumble. They've got to stop the water getting in. The gutters is bunged up. Just stick on a tin roof. And then maybe in 100 years time, somebody will want to save this building. And the stone will be perfect. You take all that stone outside, it's perfect. The rain hits it, it comes off. All the plaster inside is going to soak the water up. It's going to get heavy. It can't dry out. And that's what ends up pulling the walls down. You see over there where part of the window disappeared. Why did that disappear, the window? The roof's still there. Why would the stones fall out? Did somebody come and pinch them? If that wee capstone there falls out, that all collapses, that whole wall there. But if you either fix the roof up or gut the whole thing out now, and it'll stand as a ruin for hundreds of years. There's a pile of bricks there. One up here, Larne, there's the last wee bit here. And then we'll start doing the forest walk. See, you get up in the morning, you don't know what they're going to have saying. I knew the room was here, I didn't know I was going to get into it. I haven't seen no servants' tunnels or servants' entrances in on here. Maybe they're outgrown on this rock. Oh, look at the stables. That's the horses there. There's the stalls for the horses. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where the wee horses came in here. Look, bales of hay in there and water there. Ach, the wee dots. Aye. It was all done fancy wood and all. Oh, the big boys of the house would walk in here and look at this. Look at the wee hook and all. Ah. Didn't have an easy life, horses back in them days. But see why it's all made fancy like? How you bring your visitors on in here? This wasn't to be an outdoor place, look. They could wash the floor out the drainage. I wanted that wee rack done. Everything got a job. That'll be stone. Look at that stone floor there. Perfect. Look at the joints in it. They've even gone to the bother putting on, letting on like it's got a wee dado and all on it. A couple of wee windows down that end open up. Look at the brown door and all up there, look. Wood paneling and all. Wood paneling. See, they would kept all the fancy saddles and all that, all the leather gear. That was fancy there, I tell you. All wood paneling. Wee skylight. Skylight's missing. That's why the floor's gone. Well, half the roof's gone now. And there's your door. You wouldn't think that if you took out the horse part away, you would never think this is for horses, would you? Look how thin the wood and all was back in them days. How houses like if they stick on big timbers and they rot and the wind gets through. Like a pair of wee things. That's the actual door that hung on there. Red tile floor here now. Still got wood paneling. Big slide open door. Just be the carriage in here. Look at the fancy roof and all like. Lena, where are you, honey? Room for one carriage. See all the skylights up above, like? It would have been a nice bright room above, wouldn't it? I'm just wondering what you would do up above. I don't see no... There's chimneys outside. I don't see no fireplaces in this room. Could you have had a wee stove? I'm just wondering, would the boys who looked after the horses and stuff, stable boys and all, would they live in here? There's nothing fancy about the roof. The roof's white. It's painted white. That's probably make it bright. It's got plaster in the walls. Don't know what they would have had up above. You don't see no bookcases or nothing like that. There's no markings stands out obvious. It says that and this, but there's another wee window there, like ventilation. So there's another place around there. These big pipes is put in later for the heating, like. Look at the runner. That's the big wheel, the door. That's part of your door, run along the track. So that door's still intact. Luna! That door's still one piece. That door's fell to bits. So up there where the wheel is, that's the other wheel there. So hung big. So them doors are stayed completely right open. Luna, Mom! How can you not be interested in history if you see the place like this? It's a pity I can't see what's in that corner. The big pipes is going there. Would they have a big furnace there, would they? Pipes are going in there. And see where the pipes are going in, one high and one low? That looks like it's been a furnace or a boiler. There's a chimney outside. Would there have been... I'm going through with my hand here. There's a furnace. There's a furnace there. There's a fireplace and a furnace. There's a... That would be worth seeing there, you know. I have an old torch. I'll take a photograph of the flash, see what happens. Took the video, very bad quality, very bad. And it's pitch black. I can't see it with my own eyes. In fact, if I go out here, but maybe where's she going now? Where are you going? You can't see it. But what it is, basically what it is, you got the corner. You got the corner cabinet there. You got a fireplace chimney up the corner. The stove is sitting here. You've got the chimney going up inside, and you've got a cabinet.
Total distance 2.03 miles. Total time 1 hour 46 minutes and 43 seconds. Split pace not moving.
So they actually had a wee stove in here to keep this place warm. The horses in here were not freezing. There's no radiators in where the horses are. They probably don't want to be too warm. But that room there would have been the warmest room. And then a bit of heat would have got over to the carriages. So I'm just thinking, there was a stove in there. This room here, would the boys have actually sat in here, the boys worked the horses. Was that where they came there for the time off? But it's still wood paneling. Do you know what? It's probably wound up for the big boys to come out. When they're out going fox hunting and all that there, they'd probably come in there and have a wee drink or something like that there. They come in there and pat the horses on the bum the way they do. Come in here, wee drink and check the carriage, make sure she's shiny enough and all, like. Maybe look, I don't know. That's worth a seeing too, isn't it? That is worth a seeing. I see, I had to do this. I'm getting older. I was just thinking, in 10 years' time, I might be able to walk. I have arthritis. My walking days could be over. There's a wee door down here, little. So I've got to do this stuff now. Another fireplace. See all these hooks? But it's the wrong side of the building. That there be something like we hang up stuff and all, wouldn't it? But see, the owner doesn't come in here. Maybe this is for his workhorses and stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of hooks there, like. I don't know, you know things you hang on horses for ploughs and stuff, them big colours. Would they go and stuff like that? See, I think years ago, a lot of saddles and all would have sat in big tables. See, like them, that all metal room. They wouldn't have had things lying on the floor like. They would have had nice cabinets made, and the leather stuff would have sat on top of these things. I'm not 100% sure, like, but damn, these steps there is cute, aren't they? I've never been here before. What's that there? All Larne is open there, that floor fell. This is upstairs now, look. So they had a stove over there. There's a chimney. There's the concrete bottom. So the stove sat there to heat the place up. That's one big room there. Then wee steps there, that's workers. Wee tiny steps coming up here. I'm just wondering, like, can you imagine a lot of beds here? Would a pair of fellas share all the stable hands and all? Would they sleep in here? The way they did in the army huts. Like, why did they put the army together in huts? They must have started off in stately homes first, you reckon? I know with some houses like Springwell Forest, they had one wing for women and one wing for men who weren't married. So it could be possible this is where they stayed. Bearing in mind that probably the ones in the house didn't mind listening to him, did they? Keep them away from the main house. There's been a fire in there too, you see. No, Mom! There's been a fire in there, you see the timbers are burnt. So somebody's lit a fire. But the timbers are burnt, but must have got through the floor. But sunset, the rest is gone. But see, I tell you what, see in the summertime, the lights shine on them roof lights. I'm just looking at it, there's no lights up there. There's no lights in the roof. I use candles. Wee paraffin lamps, wee oil lamps. There's no lights in the roof. No light fittings. See, that's why people can't afford electric today. You see how they do it in the old days? They have windows they let light in. The light, wherever they could, they got light in. Nowadays, people get big windows and put big thick curtains to cover the windows up. And the light doesn't get in. Then they put on 1,000 lamps. There's a wee round window there, so that must be the main stables underneath again. Made it look fancy. There, wee sign there. What do wee sign say? Danger or something. Private property. Trespassers. Oh, so the property beyond that fence there. That was part of the estate. You see all the shrubs. I don't want boys like me pushing in. Oh, look at this now. Look at this. I have never seen none of this before here. Look at that. Just, you don't know what's roots and what's pipes. There was a wall here. This was a wee separate room. Is this an odd type of boiler, is it? Oh, wash. That's your washing machine. There's the washing machine there, boys. Hey. Pipes and all that. But, you need a lot of fire underneath them, didn't you? Look at that. You light your fire underneath there. Just light a fire, and there's a big steel tub inside that. And boils the water up. And you just got a big baking bowl full of dirty clothes. Now it's out here, maybe it's just for the horse stuff. Hey. So it's a wee add-on, like. Hi, a woman in the kitchen says, take out dirty stuff out of my kitchen, I'm trying to cook. Ah, the young stupid boy said, well, what's to do with? Ah, so later on they come up, I know what, we'll put a wee add-on here and stick it on. So that was a wee fancy round window, not one. You see the way there's a water tank in there, look. So the water tank's been added later. All these pipes have been added later. So I'm just wondering, not only did that heat up the water in that tub, did they heat the water up in there? Hey, all the mug cons getting hot water. But there's an odd chimney there with a stove. So what way did the heat go? I can't see that heating that big tank. But they could have started off with this here. That's how they started off. And this is my working out here. This is why I work things out. They started off with that there, lighting the fire underneath. Oh boy, this takes ages. Takes ages. To do a hanky. The boy just blew a snot in the hanky. It's going to take an hour to get that boiled up there, like. So I need something quicker. So then later on then, see the cement here? Later on then they got this stove. They put a stove in here. And they vented it out. The stove's more powerful. And they piped the hot water from the stove. So the stove then heated the hot water for this tank. So, a bit like an oil burner today. You imagine you put an oil burner there now, and you hook your 2 pipes on it, and you heat up your hot water. No lagging jacket or nothing like that. Heat up your hot water. I blocked out part of the view, but by this time, you know, they're driving cars. They don't care about the stables anymore. They just want hot water. You need some size of coal shed, wouldn't you, but to run all this? See, you got to go off the beaten track to find these things. This stove must have been cast iron. Worth a bit of money. That's a good bit of cast iron there, like. That's actually part of it there. That's in the ground, but it's been bent over. Only if them's not tiles, them's the bricks. Them bricks is glazed. Today we do tiles to make it look like that. That's like the London subways and stuff. There's the wee hole there for the water to run out. It's a bit rough, isn't it? One of the servants are going to see it. Of course, that'll do the job rightly. Well, where are we going to come out? Where are we going to come out now? What is that now? There's another tank down there. I like to find out how things work, you see. That's the back of stables there. Now, the wee air bricks, is it? I don't know. Flat roof? Nah. Would that be, See, I'm from here, I might say that's a water tank. I don't know if it's a water tank or not. You've got the hot water tank in there. You've got to feed it from something. Flat roof. Is that modern? I don't know. Can I get down here? I wonder if I fall. No, I'm going to fall. I'm going to fall. We'll see if we get that to the other side. See, if everything grew up, you don't know where you can walk and where you can't. But everywhere else has been wee steps now, hasn't it been? That could be the top of plants I'm looking at there. It could be a 4-foot drop. And look at, she won't go and get help, like. It's not like the Lassie movies. If I fall down there. Japanese knotweed, Pep. Turn back. Japanese knotweed. Can't go through that. Come on, Lena. Japanese knotweed. That's the other side. I wouldn't let me go through it. Do no harm unless you damage it. Get a bit stuck in your shoe. Nah. But do I infect the rest of the country, do we, Pet? We never know now what that is. It's a modern tradition, but if you've got hot water, you've got to have cold water. It seems a bit low. See if we can retrace our steps. There's a bit of building coming out there. I'm always adding on, isn't it? That's a pretty big drop down there too, you know. See, that's what I mean. It doesn't look... When you stand up here, it looks like a wee hill. It's a drop. There's a bit of wall coming out there. So they've had something added on there. A wee bit of wall there, a bit of wall there. They must have added something on. I had to stop for a pee there, didn't I? I couldn't wait no longer. I could not wait. The sheer excitement of this history, I couldn't hold on any longer. I'm sure I'm not the first one to pee there. Everyone's doing the washing might have a wee pee there as well, you know. That's the wee steps we come up there, isn't it? We'll go this way now, Pet. We come up them wee steps. See, walk around the other side. So there's the wee grows on this side here. The wee grows ventilation for the stables. We've seen them at the other side. No stabiliser in this phone. But don't want to keep swapping between cameras because I'll never find the footage. But see, I got a big house. You couldn't renovate that house now if you wanted to. But maybe as well just strip off what's there and save. There's not a big lot. There's nothing architectural really worth saving. Staircase and all is gone. We were up above looking down. We were looking down this room here. We haven't seen that room. So the room we've seen is this one here, and the stove goes into that chimney from behind. There might be an old door around this way. Or it could be an internal staircase. So there's a fancy wonder one there too. We're not going to see it in there anyway. That goes up to that tower thing, but we're not going to get in there. That's Japanese knotweed there as well. They need to have a sign or something up, wouldn't they? I suppose it all. No, I'm not on this way, Runa. I suppose we're not supposed to be in here at all. But see if they have a sign up Japanese knotweed. I wouldn't deliberately go disturbing it. But that was a fancy building there, like. I know it was just horse one's carriage. That's where the sliding doors was. Sliding doors is there. That window's a different room. So sliding doors where the carriage actually went. That room was just basically that size. The door, half the door came out and was against the wall. The other half the door came out and was against the wall. But then there's two doors there. There's a lot we haven't seen. That's about it now. We'll go back now to the GoPro. Back now using the GoPro. We're leaving the wee stable block now. I was inside the stable block, but I had to use the phone. It's too dark. Well now, we've seen the wee place with the horses and all that, so I'll put that in a wee different video. It's worth seeing on its own. So we'll head back now, head to the main walk. This is not where we came in here. So we might be able to go out there. We could just come in the main gate. Do you know what, Pep? We'll walk down the main gate. We'll go down to the main gate. On down this way. No point in her getting a wee paws caught in that wire. Luna is a wee urban explorer, I tell you. She can do it all. She can do it all. Found the wee washing machine up there. Wash tub, hot tub. You know what? You could use it as a hot tub today, couldn't you? Then we'll go down this way, Pet. This way we came up. We could go around that way there, you know, probably. We're going down the wee steps down here again. Less chance of broken glass. There's Japanese knotweed up there, and that stopped me going right round the whole building. So that's that Japanese knotweed there too, isn't it? So the Japanese knotweed here. The path went down here. See where the path goes. See, there was a gravel path. This trees fell on it. But if we get round it, Japanese knotweed there as well. See, we're restricted where we can go. It's funny how this path hasn't overgrown, isn't it? So nobody's going to build here now with Japanese knotweed. Well, I heard one time on TV, it's not as bad as it used to be. You can treat it now, and it's then you should be able to build on it. I think the main problem with building with Japanese knotweed is getting covered by insurance. It's a bit like spray foam insulation. It works in your house, but you won't get that mortgage if you put it on. Because the mortgage people don't know what the timber is like, they can't see it. Japanese knotweed, you don't know what's going on in the ground. So even though before you had to shift tons and tons of soil, you don't have to. The new thing's out now, so they can get around it now. But there's one of them stone pillars there, so-called stone pillars made of concrete. Oh! See what's hollow? Isn't that solid? That's the stone pillar there at the gate. So if you were coming here now, look. If you were coming here and you seen that stone pillar, it's actually concrete. You see, it does sound hollow. I don't think it's cheap. That's solid. You're going to have to go around tapping everything. Nothing's ever what it seems. You think Hollywood came up with the idea of making things fall? Oh, they were doing it years ago. I would say they had puppies living here too, you know, Per. Oh, these big houses always did. There's all these wee patio places, but say the big windows had, you could open the big windows up so you could from the inside. You just step out through the windows. I went to Duke of Abercorn's house one time. They had a roof appeal, the local Church of Ireland church, and they had views around the house. And there's the main door out now. So that'll be the door there I was looking for. You come out of the grand hallway on the other side. You go come in the main front door. You got the big grand hallway. You got the staircase, and then you just sort of turn round like a wee Z, and then it brings you to that back door. And you come out here, and the wee table and all be set and all like, and probably gambling in it. Probably gambling. House cigars and stuff. See, back when they built these houses, people didn't wash. You only washed if you worked in a coal mine or something like that. But the women had the white powder and all on their faces, didn't they? So that's down to your grand gardens and all there now. Not much left of the gardens, is there? That's probably all fancy in its day, like. Even there's one of the National Trust properties you can go to, and you can see the horseshoes they have for horses to work the lawnmowers. So if you imagine the lawnmowers you use on a bowling green today, they had lawnmowers like that were towed with horses. And you imagine the bowling green, you don't want a horse whacking all over your bowling green, do you? So the wee horseshoes were made of leather, and you put them over the hoofs, so when the horse pulled the lawnmower, it didn't mark the lawn. They had it all. You had a problem back then, somebody could sort it out. Not like now, you have to get a European CE mark and all before you're allowed to do anything. Back then, the horse marked the thing. Oh, boy, got a wee bit of leather. A wee bit of leather left over from making the saddle. I made a wee shoes, like. And I probably earned very little money out of it. Didn't even get a Christmas card. A wee balcony up there. So you take it, there was balcony the whole way, that's what's left. You see, you wouldn't think there was a balcony there now. So in theory speaking, if you can pull the windows up down below and walk out, you could probably pull the windows up on the upper floor and walk out as well. On the balcony. They liked the outdoor space, didn't they? I think that's it, Lina. That is it now. That was worth doing there. Next time I come, they'll probably be left to see. Can't see us doing anything else. There's more of it falling down. Every time you get a gale or a high wind, and all of it's going to go. You know one thing I noticed about that house there? There's not much wildlife in it. You'd think with all them windows been open, there'd be pigeons and everything in there. No pigeon poop. No. There's nothing obvious lying around, is there? Apart from the rubber itself. You think wee wild animals are born in this? There's no cobwebs. What is that?